There we go. That should be us. Back. We were muted, but we're back on. Um, we had a brownout over here. For those of you who don't know, we're streaming from the East Coast, and it's been snowy, and the East Coast freaks out when that happens. But we're gonna take this as divine intervention, and we're gonna give our wonderful players and our wonderful DM and a half a break for 15 minutes. So we will be back shortly, and thank you again. We're back in. We have our lobby music. I'm gonna lower it a little bit, but I think we're settled. All right. A few things happened. We had a real IRL brownout with our power. We cut to break. We came back. We cut to a real break so that the break wasn't us holding our heads like a Home Alone ad. And while we were on break, we were actually gifted. We have a disadvantage.
Oh, excellent.
From someone, and then each one of you has one advantage through donations. So
inspired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, fun stuff. Everyone has an advantage, and the DMs have a disadvantage. We will use it wisely.
Do we want to let them decide when we use it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll be your
Is
call.
that a disadvantage for y'all?
Yes.
For us?
No, for us. Whenever you feel that you'd like us to be disadvantaged, feel free to say so, and we will roll poorly.
Wow.
Oh.
Sick.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah. Perfect time for me to plug. For those of you who are just joining, we are doing this as a charity stream to help out Lou and the Azrai, Lou Tells Tales. They are part of the StarWhispers, and they are really... this is our stream, and we set the age restrictions. They're really getting kicked in the dick right now in the worst way. So we're trying to play a little bit of D&D and raise some funds for some fellow creatives. Posting all that stuff in chat right now. If you do donate, just make sure you put it in chat with the names of the player that you would like to receive the boon. Healing potions, magic items, or advantage/disadvantage is a thing. That makes sense. And then last but not least, we have with us, I'm Carlos, this is Liam. The rest of you?
Hi, I'm Mia.
I'm Will.
I'm Ross Payton with Roleplay Public Radio.
This is true. God, that's so good.
I like the radio intro.
I'm a big fan.
Good.
So that's everybody for donation purposes. So far, our party has recapped.
Sure. Our party has met their benefactor, the guy who hired them, this presumably mayor of this town, this little wintry town nestled in the foot of a mountain, has hired you to stop the impending snowstorms from taking over the entire planet. Maybe, who knows? You visited the Mages Guild, where he told you might be able to get more information about the suspected ne'er-do-well, and the mages told you they're just having a good time. The vibes are good. I don't know. It seems kind of bad, but not bad enough. I don't know. You get a little bit pressured them into taking things seriously, and so they did offer you some help. Gave you a mysterious book that's maybe magically enchanted somehow, maybe not. Didn't tell you too much, but it did point you in the direction of Eladrin. You stopped by the tavern after that and were met with a grieving mother asking you to help recover her children, Gunther and Hazel, from presumably this wizard's tower where he has taken them. Now, we have most recently gone to his workshop, the place that he and the children were last seen. And there we pick up.
Yes, I, Felonius, the Kobold Barbarian, will be searching this workshop for hidden doors, basements, possibly sleds or carpets or anything that might draw my eye.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me an investigation check.
Barbarians, they're great at that.
Good at moving things around, perhaps looking for
Oh god, I actually
hidden
did roll
hatches.
well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's call it
I roll a
advantage through the
19.
help action. But a 19's pretty
Okay.
good. You might get a 20, so feel free to roll again.
All right, sure. No, that was a 3.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take the 19.
All right. Through Joan and maybe Yara helping you about and shuffling through some things, moving things, checking levers, pulling on random books and seeing if they do anything, all the classics. You do, after some time, you don't find any hidden rooms, you don't find any secret basements, but you do note that he has a workbench with some cabinets above it and a couple of drawers. And when you open the drawers, you note that things are very neatly organized in here. And there are a set of impressions of what you can assume to be missing tools. A 19 is a pretty good roll. You get the sense that he took a bare minimum version of whatever he needed to continue whatever work he was doing here. You don't find anything specifically pointing you to, like, you don't find a sticky note that says I went to the tower. But it does seem like he left here on purpose with an intention of some sort.
If he's been doing magic and stuff in here, can I get any vibe for like what sort of magic he's been doing, or there any like magical traces? You know.
Sure. You don't have any spells that specifically lend themselves to that, I assume.
I do not actually have like detect magic or anything.
Yeah, I think detect magic is like a 5th level or something like that. It's like higher than I think it is.
A 5th level spell.
It might not be. I don't know. I'm guessing. But either way, if you don't have it, that's okay. You can still roll me an Arcana check. It will be a high DC.
Oh, that's a 7. So
With a 7? It's a room like any other. He could probably do magic in here if he wanted to.
yeah, just normal room. Cool. Yeah. So many normal things.
All right.
Yeah,
Well.
normal things.
I guess we're going up that mountain.
All right.
So how long have we when we got into town? It was like getting dark. What's our timeline right now?
Let's say probably overall spent an hour and a half talking to everybody, searching everything. Let's say you have just about an hour until the sun is down. But it's winter in the mountains. It'll be darker before the sun is totally down, so you are losing light.
All right.
And how long has this been going on since before we got here?
I don't know. Did you guys ask anybody that?
I thought the mayor said it was like a couple weeks or something like that.
You got a vague timeline.
Yeah. I'm not too much on details. I'm more of a big picture. And the big picture is there's something up in that tower that we probably need to put pieces of sharp metal into.
Or,
And
you know.
A stern talking to, perhaps.
yeah, maybe just the implied threat of sharp pieces of metal. Yeah. And what is it? Yara, I forgot. What kind of spells do you do in combat?
I mean, you know, normal ones. You know,
Fireball?
Not fireball per se. But I mean, like, you know, I can do like a scorching ray kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Bring a
ice
scorching
knife, which
ray.
I realize now may not be particularly appropriate given the
Oh,
current weather. But
It'll be the
you know,
last
yeah,
thing they
just,
expect. Like, honestly.
hair of the dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I
Okay,
mean,
scorching
it's
ray.
been a couple of weeks and it's getting dark. Should we maybe like camp out in this shop until the morning?
I
I mean,
fear if we might not have time, given
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, if we're gonna camp out, let's just go back to the tavern. of course, we did make a big scene about we're going to save Gunther and Hazel. Be like, why are you back? It's like, well, it's getting dark, and
Heroes defeated by the weather? Come on.
Yeah.
You're better than this.
Come on, we left a good impression with those people. Let's not mess it up.
That's a good point. That's fair.
And what's the worst that could happen at the mountain at night during a winter storm?
We'll be fine. It'll be picturesque, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you surely got that, like, what was it, Leomon's cabin? My other cousin was telling me about that, Is that more of a wizard thing? Like, you can create a little pocket shelter universe thing. Is that? No? Okay.
No. That sounds cool, though.
Rope trick? That, maybe I'm thinking, okay. I don't know much about magic, just what my family tells me. My grandfather's a dragon. I don't know if you know that, but
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mentioned many times, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I just leave the kid and start marching up the mountain.
Yeah. All right. We're marching up the mountain. There's a pretty clearly defined path. Excuse me. Pretty clearly defined path. It's obviously snowed over at this point, but there's, for the most part, trees around you fairly densely, and then a gap in the trees that, while the path itself might not be visible, seems pretty clear that this is traditionally how you get to the mountain. It's relatively short. It might, take you a little while to get to the foot of the mountain, but the vast majority of this trek will be vertical. So, as you're walking through this forest heading towards the mountain, you... why don't you roll me perception checks before I just start saying things?
Ooh.
Would ask us to make those kind of checks. Well, I got a 7. That's definitely a number.
I got a 10.
I got a nat 20.
And actually, since my perception was so low, we've got like some time on this trek, right? Like it
little
seems
while.
like it's gonna take us a little bit. There's some light. Can I try and read that book while we're walking up there? And can I cast comprehend languages to read the book better? Which is something that I realized I had during the break. And it would have been great to cast that when I got this book of a language I can't read. But
I did know that you had that. So, yes, you can. I'm going to tell
Just
you.
kind of waiting for him to say something. It's like, oh, see. Did you forget? Okay, yeah. Gotta wait for that dramatic timing.
Before we settle the rules, we did get 3 more advantages per player. You've each gotten 3 advantages. And then 1 for the DMs if we would like to be mean.
Good.
Ooh, I love when the DMs are mean.
The instant you use that, I'm gonna call on your disadvantage. I just want you to know that.
No,
I know.
you gotta let them be mean to us.
That's what I would do if I was playing.
All right, you know what? If it's funny, then I'll let it go. But it better be funny.
That's a good rule. That's the good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
If it's funny, let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, comprehend languages. It is, I believe, also a ritual spell. I might be wrong about that, so feel free to tell me if I am.
probably with that little R in the book.
I think it is.
Yes,
yeah.
if it's an R in the book. You could take 10 minutes, just to sort of explain what ritual spells are. You can take 10 minutes to sit down and intentionally cast it and not use a spell slot. Or you can cast it instantaneously and just use up a spell slot for it. Your choice, but if you want to take the 10 minutes, you will have to, sit down and do it.
We could do that in the workshop before we leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that in the workshop, maybe not on the train.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe while they're searching and stuff, I did a quick Arcana check. It's like, no, vibes are. It's a normal room, so.
Well, if you're gonna do a ritual, I have one ritual. So I speak with Ant. You can just do rituals as many times as you want, right? Like it just takes you 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and just talk with whatever squirrel or whatever I can find. I don't even ask him. I just be like, hey, what's going on? How you dealing with that weather? I'm just chatting. I don't care. Just
Are there squirrels in the in the?
I'll go outside. There's probably squirrels out in the trees near the workshop.
We might
or
have better
mice.
luck on the trail. Was my only thought, but
Well, I have to. I'm not gonna go out by myself, and I'm gonna wait for Yara to cast his rituals. I'm gonna do my ritual. You know, there's got to be a bird. There's got to be some kind of animal within sight. I'll just go yell at them. Hey, come talk to me. Yeah. So you can just ignore it. That's not just what I'm doing. You let the plot happen to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you guys take time to do your rituals. Between the two of you, you take your 10 minutes. Joan, you're just still looking around in this workshop. And after the time has elapsed and you guys feel ready to move on, Yarrow, absolutely feel free to read the book. Having cast Comprehend Languages, I believe that you are able to just understand all of them intuitively. There might be a thing in there about reading versus hearing. I'm not sure. I feel like I remember that vaguely, but feel free to read
I
the
have
spell.
to be touching the surface on which the words are written, which it's a book that I'm holding.
Great.
So
Yeah, so absolutely, you can read
and
it.
it takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text,
Okay.
but it doesn't decode symbols or secret messages.
Okay, good to know.
I'm not
Thank
quite
you.
sure what that means for language, because what are written words but symbols? But
it doesn't do a
wise
Caesar
question.
shift for you.
True. Yeah, so you're absolutely able to read the book, and Felonius have as many conversations with the local wildlife as you like. They are one of my favorite things about speaking with animals. They're not any smarter, right? A bird is still a bird. So if you get lucky and find a crow, that might be a nice conversation. But
Yeah.
a
Oh,
sparrow's
yeah.
a sparrow.
I'll find a little one shiny coin and be like, "Hey, crows, come talk to me. I got a coin for you. Look, it's shiny."
Yeah, absolutely. It will just
Yell. I'm yelling at the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crow shows up.
they can understand you, so you probably will have a crow just flutter over and hang out and have small talk of whatever you like.
Yeah. I'm just talking. Okay. Well, I guess you could read the book while we're walking, if you or yeah. How many pages are how many pages are it?
yeah.
I'd say probably like maybe 150-ish total. It's like, like a pretty medium-sized book. Not a massive tome by any means, but it'll take you time if you want to read the whole thing.
Is there like an index where I can like look for,
Any
Ice
bloodstained
magic
pages or like?
There doesn't seem to be anything immediately eye-catching now that you can understand it. It seems to be pretty much start at the beginning and just continuous all the way through.
Well, what's the last page? Read the last page. See if that has any cool stuff on it.
Yeah. Does the last page have anything interesting?
What a good question. I think the last page is probably basically a summary of the last chapter, which seems to be describing consequences of some sort of ritual. It doesn't go into detail about what the ritual is, but the last page is basically saying, and remember, if you undertake this ritual and it is successful, there is no going back. The consequences will be dire and you will have to deal with them. But the same can be said of the benefits. A little vague, but the rest of the information is
I think we're
probably-
gonna have to kill this guy.
Not ominous at all.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that Steven Universe, but like, I'm afraid we're gonna have to kill this guy. You can't. There's no good context for that.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to increase tourism.
Could be.
With
Little winter
never-ending winter. That's
Yeah.
that. Okay.
A nice ski resort kind of.
Works for Alaska. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Alaska has seasons. It has. I don't
That's
think.
true.
Yeah. not
Work for an
humble
army.
winter. Yeah, we're not in the Norse end of days. All right, we'll go and give. Yeah, be chatting with Gross as we go up the mountain. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Those perception checks earlier. If I remember correctly,
Oh,
Joan
right.
got a 20.
That's right.
Excellent. Towards the end of your trek, you're just about coming up to the start of where this mountain becomes a little more difficult. There's, whereas before it was just sort of a gentle incline on normal dirt, there's more boulders sticking out and rocky surfaces that take a little more effort to focus on and make sure you can get up and keep your footing. And right as you get to the start of that, Joan, you notice boot prints heading towards the wood. Heavy boot prints that are, I'd say, about the average size for, a human, a fully grown human. Next to those, with your high roll, you notice a path where it looks like something was dragged through the snow.
I see. These have not been covered already through the snowfall.
No, a gentle dusting, but not covered.
Well, it seems we're on the right track.
You got a 20?
That's correct.
Okay. You also, and only you, maybe not. It's windy out, but it feels like you hear a.
A what?
Exactly.
The noise filter cut you
Do
off. Yeah.
You hear a little.
Oh,
I don't think they heard
you
you.
see?
Can you-
No, I
No,
heard-
I heard that. That was.
I hope that
There
it
was some-
is as awkward to hear as it is to do.
Oh, it is, certainly.
You might have heard that.
No.
Uh,
All right.
Yarrow, Felonious, did you hear,
Oh, sorry. I was talking to the
Strange
crow. He was telling me about like this dead elk he ate a week ago. It's pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. No, eyeballs are really juicy apparently. We should march. Yeah, you say there's a path. Drag marks or something.
Fortuitous of us to find a path.
Yeah.
But it does. It alarms me somewhat to have an unknown sound about. Just looking around. Can I try to locate where I heard it from? Like what direction at all, or?
Sure. You can give me a perception roll. Investigation,
Sure
actually.
thing. Investigation. Got it. That's an @1.
Wait,
The
you got
dice give us
advantage.
a-
You got 3 advantages, or we
The
have like
dice
6.
taketh away.
You can
Uh,
re-roll that. Yeah.
I am happy to fail and have a little mystery. So
All right.
All right.
I think Joan just looks around and goes, "Ah, one of life's little mysteries."
Well, I just go marching down the path then. Hand axe in
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna-
hand, javelin in the other. Yeah. Or actually, no battle axe. I'll just
still-
have the battle axe out. Yeah.
Nose still in my book, reading. I didn't notice anything weird, so.
Do we need to tie a rope to you? Just like.
It's fine. I can see.
Okay.
There's just nothing weird going on this path. Like,
I should clarify, just in case it wasn't clear. These drag marks and boot prints are going into the woods, off the path that leads up the mountain. Just to clarify. Feel free to keep going. down.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes,
Just
yes.
saying it again, just in case.
Tower's not going anywhere, but these tracks are going to disappear soon.
Well, with wizards, one never knows, but that does seem to be a fair assessment.
Yeah.
well, and I mean, if the tower goes somewhere, problem probably solved, right?
If Tower goes anywhere, we're definitely too low level to deal with that kind of BS. teleporting towers are like a 8th level problem.
One must have some confidence in your abilities, but nevertheless, onward.
I just don't want to be the I don't want our corpses to be the environmental storytelling to inform the actual heroes who show up later. But,
And
yeah. I just go marching down the path as soon as Joan points it out.
the path or the tracks?
The path and tracks are I thought
Yeah,
they were
they
on the same
diverge.
page.
They're diverging. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, the tracks.
seems reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 paths are diverging in a wood, and we're going down to 1 more traveling.
Yeah, it's not very frosty. of
Probably
us, but
less.
Yeah,
Here we
less traffic.
Probably less.
Well,
rather.
more recently traveled.
Yeah.
True.
In that case, I will go ahead and accept that I have probably gleaned all that I will from the book for the time being. Put it away.
Onward we go.
You're all following the path. You were reading the book. I would like actually to get some luck rolls from Ross and Will, because you guys are dedicating so much time to reading your book and talking to crows.
Yeah, okay. Is that just a straight up D20 roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's 3.
I'm gonna use an advantage to re-roll my 2.
Yeah, could I actually also use one of my advantages?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
I got changed that to an 18. So thank you, whoever gave me your notes. Yeah, thank you.
It's a 3.
You have not gleaned a thing from this book, but the crows have told you, and this is with an 18, they mentioned to you weird fungus and a lack of wildlife.
Up ahead
On the mountain.
on the mountain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I thank the crows and give them a gold coin.
They take it. They run
Yeah.
off with your gold coin.
I will tell my fellows about the strange fungus and lack of wildlife up there.
On your player interface, you see something says the crows will remember that, and you unlocked an
Yay!
But you're all following it. The Felonious does share this information with you about weird fungus and lack of wildlife. And again, the snow is still falling. You're now off the beaten path, following this trail of drag marks. And as you're going, you start to notice that it seems like the pace at which the things were being dragged is lessened, and it's slowing down. You can tell, and you've all tracked things before, at least a little bit, at least some of you. And you notice that there is certainly a shift in pace, and it looks like whatever was being dragged is heavy. As you continue to follow along, you come up upon what looks like just a clearing just beyond where you're at. If you guys would like to make perception checks, now would be the time.
Sure. And what's the level of snowfall around here? Just a little lighter, about the same?
The snowfall in this area is lighter. It's still coming down, but in town it definitely certainly was really starting to pick up. And it seems like for some reason at the base of the mountain it isn't with the same ferocity as it was falling in town.
How unusual.
I got an 11, by the way.
I got a 23.
I got a 12.
Okay. With an 11, a 23, and a 12, the two non-23s just sort of continue following along the trail, but something catches Yara's eye off to the side of this clearing that almost distracts you, and it's this bright red mushroom. And as the rest of you walk into the clearing not noticing this, you notice that just in front of you is a few mangled corpses.
Oh God. Okay.
Cool.
And with your 23...
Do I?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, do I know like anything about this mushroom? Is it something I've encountered before? Can I identify it?
Yeah, give me a nature roll.
I will also try to identify. I'm actually good at nature. I got a 20.
Natural?
18?
A natural 20?
No, a filthy 20. Yeah, 18 plus
Filthy,
2.
filthy 20.
Oh, the stinky little 20. Okay, an 18, and then what did you get? Joan?
I didn't see this, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not going to roll.
With a natural 20, or with a flaccid 20, sorry. Felonious, this fungus is definitely interesting because you don't think that it makes sense here.
The wrong environment.
The wrong everything. It looks like if you were to take a mushroom out of a picture book, if you didn't see it, you would think that you were hallucinating seeing it. You might think that. With an 18, this is a very vibrant mushroom that probably shouldn't be here, but you're not quite sure why.
I cast Firebolt at it.
Okay. Roll to attack, and just for the sake of, this quick time thing, everybody just give me some initiative rolls so we can keep track of whatever.
Yeah,
I-
I sort of imagine.
I use my advantage to reroll that natural one. That is a 16 plus 2, 18.
Ooh.
Okay. And that's to do your firebolt, correct?
Yeah, Firebolt. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We
How
have a
many
few
advantages
advantages.
do we have?
We have like 6 each. I mean, I've used 2, so.
So you were each gifted 3 from InNotes, and then you were also gifted another one from somebody. They didn't put it in chat because they were locked out, and I'm hoping that I fix that. But they messaged me separately.
Ah, thank you very much, and noted. I will start
Okay, so I've got 2.
cashing
So
those.
we should have a total of 4, of which I have used 1.
Oh yeah, let me roll initiative too. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna use another advantage because I got a nat 1 on my.
They're yours to
Your
use.
initiative?
They're yours.
Please
Hey!
donate.
We'll go at some point.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I rolled. Did my 18 to hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'll roll the damage.
To hit this mushroom? Of course you did.
Okay. That's 8 damage, fire damage, if that matters. I got a 5 on my initiative.
Okay.
A naturally suspicious nature, I suppose.
Do you got Jones' initiative full?
Sorry, I got a 16.
Okay.
And what was
I got a
yours?
12.
12.
12.
Mm.
All of my DM tools. All right. How much was that damage to this mushroom?
8.
Right?
Fantastic.
8 fire, yeah.
Okay. So, what you see as this fireball leaves your hand is that it lands square on the top of this mushroom. I'm not going to presume a lot of things about Felonious, but if you've flung fireballs casually at any type of plant matter before, you immediately notice that this fungus does not react in a way that makes sense. Instead of a fun, goopy, vegan, vegetarian mess. I don't know. Actually, good point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mushrooms are vegan.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Instead of a vegan, goopy mess, instead you hear as this little bearded humanoid type creature that's maybe 2 feet tall
Just about.
leap up out of the ground, which feels impossible because you also immediately notice that they have massive iron boots. And
Alright.
they are holding a very beautifully shiny sickle. And as you're scanning them from bottom to top, because they've now leapt 3 feet into the air, which is also insane, you continue looking them up and you realize, oh, they're wearing cute, tiny little green overalls. And then you continue looking up and you notice that there is a white, horribly unkempt beard and a yellow, gnarled maw with teeth that do not belong on a creature that looks like a humanoid. And finally, your eyes meet theirs, and you notice that there's just 2 red blotches of hate and malice staring at you.
Alright.
And maybe their most notable feature, a very large, floppy red cap.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, you forgot the red cap, part of the red caps.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I like to leave things to the mind.
Sure,
Theater
sure.
of the mind.
Theater of the mind, yes.
I
yes.
suppose hoping the corpses are an illusion is a bit too optimistic.
Oh, are the corpses illusion or are they real?
Yes,
I thought
all.
they were. Yeah.
I will draw my weapon. And I assume we're in initiative.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are.
I got my eye.
Yes, we are.
And you're first, Joan.
How many of these little fellows are there?
Currently, you only see the one.
Okay.
I don't like the way you phrased that.
In that case, I will. So I've gone a little bit further into the clearing. This is towards the edge, right? This is where Felonius is and the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will make my way back. Assuming I can rush over, draw my rapier. And if this thing is it looking at any particular one of us with hate?
Oh, it is. I mean, it definitely has a massive grin with, again, these horrible teeth, if you can call them that, sticking out in all sorts of directions.
Yeah.
But they are currently looking square in the face of Felonius.
Okay. I will just take a swing and say, I very much hope that visage is not preserved anywhere.
All right.
Does a 16 hit? Actually, it wasn't so bad after the modifier.
A 16 will hit.
All right. I will go ahead and roll. And I think for the rest of you, would see Joan draw a sort of lightly embossed rapier with a little pattern of carnations on the hilt. It's going to just take a slash and do 11 points of piercing damage. And I believe that's it.
All right. You very swiftly run up to this little red-capped gremlin and inflict some damage.
Alright. Next up, we have Yarrow.
So Yarrow's going to be kind of surprised by this and definitely try and put some distance between himself and little angry-looking dude.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Sorcerer's Burst at it to deal. I'm going to stay on theme and do some fire damage. That seems appropriate given how cold it is.
Alright, tell me about Sorcerer's Burst.
So with that, I basically just send a burst of fire damage at it. Yeah, make a ranged spell attack against target on a hit. It takes 1d8 damage of any type. this is like a real spell. I didn't accidentally select some weird number.
No, I'm sure it's a real spell.
Okay.
Come to you in a dream.
Anyways, yeah, lets me do a 5d20 damage, and
Nice. You guys might survive.
no, it's a ranged spell attack, 1d8. If I roll an 8 on the d8, I roll another d8 up to my charisma modifier, so up to 2 additional d8s,
Isn't that like witches?
which feels
I think so. I think that's a
It's
thing
also a
with
cantrip.
one other spell.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I like it. Why not?
it was in the core rules, I think.
Yeah.
I can try and, yeah, theoretically, Player's Handbook, page 318.
I believe you.
Oh, we
Go
got
for
one
it.
me,
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
players.
And that is a 16 plus, plus 2 for an 18 hit.
You hastily make your mark with your sorcerer's burst.
What's it look like?
Oh, I manage just kind of my eyes start to glow a little red there, and I just kind of point at it, and yeah, some fire shoots out of my finger.
Nice, nice.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
Terrifying as always, Yarrow.
That's 2 damage.
Hell yeah.
All that for 2 damage.
Hey,
Every point counts.
Could have been 24 or something. So,
yeah.
True.
all right. Next up, we have the red cap.
Yes. From behind you, you will all hear that same familiar. Yeah. And you're now aware of something behind you that sounds like this thing.
Alright.
Not any. You don't feel any stabs yet, but you do hear that.
Is the one that we're looking is still there? Did he teleport behind us or whatever?
No, he's still there. If you turn your
Okay.
head,
Oh,
you'll
pity.
you'll eventually see another similarly dressed, horrible to look at redcap, equally as excited and hateful.
Oh boy. Perfect emotions.
Yay.
That's it.
And the first red cap.
Now the next
Yeah.
redcap.
Yeah.
I forgot the initiative rolls. Then the one directly in front of you all is currently just got hit by all 3 of you and is directly in front of Joan. And they rolled poorly, so they will still keep their focus on their first target as they are blinded by bloodlust.
Okay.
They are going to sprint right past you, straight to Felonius. Feel free to make your opportunity attack if you'd like.
I would love to. That's a nat 20. So
Hey.
Nice. Yeah, give me your damage.
all right.
I am the max one. Roll another. Today.
Awesome. So, just for my mental image, I've walked up, taken a slash, and it's running across to my firebolting companion.
Yes.
As it's doing so, I will, I think, kind of almost offended at its ignorance, at it ignoring me. I'll just take another stab, slash like at the back of a leg or something as it walks past and go, this is an unseemly way to conduct yourself in a battle. And then I'll go ahead and roll damage. That is 18.
Okay, 18 damage. Fantastic. This thing lets out a yelp and also a giggle. You're not quite sure what this redcap's relationship to pain is. And, you might not think about it too long.
Yeah.
But It is still going. And it is going to spend its action to do something called Ironbound Pursuit, which means it's basically gets a free little dash and is going to leap up and have its 2 massive iron boots square facing your firebolting Felonius. And I need Felonius to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 20. A
Whoa.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Fantastic. Okay. So it leaps up and you manage to perfectly... Well, I mean, what does it look like when you dodge this? How would you dodge this gremlin hopping at you?
Obviously a Dark Souls-esque dodge roll. Like, I have iframes, you know. I'm a little guy and I just, roll around,
Fantastic. You do a perfect dodge, something that many people train hours for on a controller. You get the impression you can feel the weight of these boots as you dodge this attack, and it definitely feels like that would have hurt. But it just goes soaring
probably
past you and thumps into the snow and does like a very Tarantino-esque flick of its head, looking back at you, somewhat almost losing its smirk and turning into frustration. But that's its turn.
And
Alright.
now you are up, Felonius.
Ooh.
Yeah, you think you could stomp me? That's how dare you. And I fly into a rage, and a Rage of the Wild, so I'll choose Wolf. So allies gain advantage on attack rolls on targets within 5 feet of me, so, and plus all the regular rage things. And then I will chop at it. I'm actually going to use my hand axe, because I have the Vex weapon property on that, so I will get advantage on it next time I hit it. And I'll use another advantage, because I really want to hit that. That works. Well, I mean, we'll see. Does a 17 hit it?
A 17 will hit.
All right. Let's see here.
Thank you, those out there, for the advantage.
All right, so 4 plus 5. 9 damage. And I have advantage on it for my next attack, and so does, and everyone has advantage on it. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Also, I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Great. The DM classic question: what does it look like as you get rid of this red cap, or are you doing non-lethal damage?
No, I'm not a non-lethal damage kind of guy. Yeah, I dodge roll out of the way, and then I just come up and go, ah! But I mean, to me, it sounds like this heroic battle cry. But I'm a little lizard, tiny little, so it's by like, and just a little leap, and I just cut his head off.
Excellent.
You know.
So good.
Yeah. You ever heard a gecko cry? A scream? That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, I mean,
A little pitch shifted down. There's a little bass to it, but like, yeah. It's gecko.
pop this red cap's head off, and it soars in the air slowly and rolls over. There's one beheaded red cap. Luckily, you are standing right next to the other one, as it's behind you, and they've done a cool little move. You are next to the other red cap. I don't know if you have a bonus action, but
Well, I use my bonus action to go into a rage.
True. All right. In that case, Joan.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You'll have advantage on attacking it for free.
Oh, perfect. I guess I'm not quite immediately there, so I will take out the whip and walk forward to close to the 10-foot distance, since I have reach. The whip, which looks like a sort of coiled, a rose stem, if you will, with thorns throughout. And I will just aim for the throat, following Felonius's lead, and hopefully hit. That might actually. No, that's, I will. You know what? I'll go ahead and use an advantage. I
There it
think.
is. There it is.
Well,
I'm
no, you already
assuming
have a free advantage.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
Oh my!
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. I suppose I should double check. Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, that's better. A 17.
There you go. Roll damage.
All right. That is just 4 as I'll whip it across the neck. And I guess I'll just say, I hope you don't think your friend, meeting an unceremonious end is a Garrote out of jail free card. And go for the throat.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Is that all you'd like to do on your turn?
No one has taken any damage they care about, so yeah, I'm good.
All right. The red cap. Let me think. They did watch. Oh, this is what I did last time. They managed to shake off the immediate hate for getting whipped across the face and will turn to your barbarian and swing their sickle in a flurry. They are going to slash 3 times.
A lot of
Okay.
slashes.
Okay. Does a 16 hit Felonious?
Yes.
Does a 13 hit Felonious?
No.
Okay. And then their sickle shatters on the third hit.
Wow.
So
How
you
fortuitous.
are only going to take 9 slashing, which I think you are resistant to.
Yes.
All right.
Is that rounded up or down?
It rounds down
Yeah, so 4.
4.
All right.
Yeah, but it makes 3 sickle attacks, and its sickle breaks on your hide that has been toughened by your anger. Right.
Next up is Yara.
All right. So I'm going to once again point my finger at this one, but this time my eyes are going to kind of glow green. And I am going to attempt to hit it with Sorceress Burst, doing acid damage.
Ooh.
Oof. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 will not hit.
Do I get it? I don't get advantage on this one, right?
They are within
For
5
being
feet of your
fixed.
friend, so you do.
I do? Oh, that's
Yeah.
very nifty and cool.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the wolf aspect, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's
Does an
Wow.
11 hit?
Still no, unfortunately.
Okay, well. Yeah. I think that's my turn then.
Okay.
Next up would be the decapitated red cap, but he's not up to much anymore. So, Felonious.
No, he isn't.
I will chop at him with my axe, which I get advantage because I'm using hand axe instead of the battle axe because that has Vex as weapon property. So, boy, I really need that. Does a 13 hit him?
You just barely managed to graze past this red cap.
So I do hit him.
No,
Nice.
no, you miss him.
Okay. Okay.
Ah,
Oh, rolling low, even with advantage. I had to.
he's an agile little guy, I guess.
Well, he ducked down. You get the
Ah.
impression that if it had to do with any other types of agility, they might be worse at it.
Okay, can deal with that.
Is that it for
Anything else
Felonious?
for Felonious?
Yeah, I can't really do anything else with I raged. I can't really. I don't have any other things I can do with my bonus actions. I don't think. Yeah. I made my attack. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Joe.
I guess seeing my companions get dodged in a variety of ways, one assumes I will close the gap and actually try to get engaged with it. another rapier swing. That's a nat 1. Oh, but does your thing still active?
Yeah, less a minute. So
Right.
like.
Oh! Wow. You see a phantom Joan missing horribly. But you blink, and what you actually see is Joan rolling a 25.
That will hit.
Or sorry, that's incorrect. A 24.
That's the difference. Just barely. No, you still hit.
That's good. I would be very worried if I hadn't, I suppose. 4. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Lets out another little squeal. This one still seems to be enjoying the fight more than regretting it.
I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Right. Well, the red cap will just let out its little grumble and bite at you. So I need a grapple check, which I think is a DC save, strength save on your part.
For me or Joan?
You can for Joan, and you can choose to do it. You can choose. What is it? Strength or acrobatics?
That sounds right.
All right. I don't think it's liable to matter much.
Oh no.
2 on the die for a 6.
Okay. A 6 will not avoid this grapple, as this red cap is surprisingly strong and aggro. And with you grappled, they are going to do a bite attack on you with its horrible, nasty teeth. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Okay. They just chew on your
Oh.
armor.
When I said stop doing the other thing, I did not mean do this.
But you are now grappled, and let me make sure I pick the right condition so that I don't read this
Alright.
wrong. Yeah, you have the grappled condition, which means your speed is 0, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls on anything other than the thing that's grappling you.
Fine by me. All right.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright. So seeing that maybe this one's not going to go quite as quickly, I am going to, instead of pointing at it, I'm just going to kind of put my fingers kind of on my temple, and my eyes are going to glow. There we go. Black, and I envision kind of like black tendrils maybe around my head, and it's going to make a DC 12 intelligence saving throw.
Int saves are the bane of everyone's existence.
With a 13,
Beautiful.
it just barely succeeds.
No.
Damn. Okay. As I read that
Unless-
spell,
Unless
You could disadvantage this if you
could.
wanted to.
do we want to?
I mean, what's more satisfying than having a spell not get saved against? Hopefully, yeah. Fingers crossed.
It is only 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw.
I see.
Okay.
So it's not like a super powerful spell here, but
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up to you, I would say.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that dramatic.
yeah, I'd probably nothing happens.
All right.
All right.
Alright, we'll save it for now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember that you have it, though. I had forgotten.
Does anything happen on a succeeded save? Half damage or anything? Okay.
It just says target must succeed on an int saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
There you
So,
go.
Okay.
as I read that, nope.
Yeah.
I'm just a really normally effective combat.
I mean, you're a sorcerer. It's sort of the vibe.
You haven't gotten hit, which is impressive.
True.
Yeah, it's good too because we did 18 damage, which would be enough to kill me. in one stroke.
That can't be true.
I simply would play a character with more hit points.
All right, Felonius, you're up. Speaking of
Yeah,
having hit points,
I chop it with the axe. I thank God I have advantage. Yeah, 25. No, sorry, 24. Yeah. Yeah.
that'll do it.
So,
Hey,
yep.
same roll.
Yay!
I shave at the face, I slap at the cream.
That is 11 damage.
Whoa. All right.
Slashing, if that matters.
Yeah, I
Axe.
mean, you are hacking at it, carefully managing to avoid your party member, because this thing is still wrapped around its back like a sentient doll, just.
Well, the trick is to aim for the
Horrifying.
red cap. Like, that's kind of like it. Weak spot of giant enemy crab.
It's like glowing, and it's clear that the animations are different for the hat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Please find
My
the hair.
barbarian senses are tingling. Yeah.
All right, Joan.
This thing is still on me.
It is.
is. I will simply go for the stab again. Not
It is
much
still
else to
within
do.
5 feet of Felonius, so you do still have advantage.
This is true.
Oh, perfect. 15 hit.
A 15 will hit.
Oh, great. I'll go ahead and roll for 6 piercing damage.
Ooh. All right. The red cap is groaning and wheezing as they start to look significantly hurt.
Oh, and it's even closer to my ear now as it's doing this.
Yes, it is.
Just the most horrible sweet nothings of all time. Very well. Okay.
I'm sparing
Yeah,
the
just-
viewers if this were a private game. Just know I'm a big fan of sound effects.
Thoroughly skeeved and is desperately trying to kill this thing.
All right. The red cap is going to make 2 bite attacks on you as you are still grappled.
Alright.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
And I don't think that an 11 hits.
That's right.
Okay. In that case, you are going to take 4 piercing damage
Okay.
as it bites into your flesh and manages to puncture your leather armor.
Ah.
As it gets a taste of blood, it does sound a little more satisfied with itself. Yeah. These things are, red caps. Yarrow, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna point at it again and cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Yeah.
Doing. Let's do acid
Got
damage.
advantage.
You do have advantage.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. That's a 24 to hit. Oh, that's actually also a nat 20.
That is-
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
Rolls. Okay. Look at us.
So
Yay.
for that, maximize 1 of the damage amount and then roll again.
Okay, gotcha. And that's why it says 2d8 on the thing, is it knows that I just did a. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be. It gave me. Now, here, I'm going to ignore those because it was a 2 and a 5, and then I don't know which one to maximize. So,
Just take an 8 and then roll the d8.
Yeah. Cool, that's a 9. That does 9 damage.
Power of analog.
Okay, there you go. 9 damage as you manage to. What Sorcerer's Burst is this?
Acid.
Okay. It smells horrible, but maybe good? Maybe a hint of good? They've got a mushroomy note to them. It smells woody, but then also like mold in a bad way. And it starts to groan more dissatisfied than satisfied. And after that, it's Felonious.
I will keep with the axe. It's just like, hey, get off of Joan, get off of them. Come on. Hey. It's not cool. Hey, there we go. 23.
That hits.
That is 5 plus 5, 10 damage.
Okay.
I get advantage on the damage rolls, by the way. So
And you've also
I'm an angry little guy.
You've also taken out your second red cap. How do you do this?
This is more. I take him out at the knees. I just like, and then as I just grab it and start chopping it, like just hacking, pulling it off Joe, and it's just ah. So you just hear angry little meeps as I'm jumping up and down and chopping it up into little pieces. Yeah. And then I just roar out, anyone else want some? Huh?
You're just imbued with the spirit of a red cap briefly. Or maybe that's just where all barbarian rage comes from. Who's to say? But it feels
No,
right.
it's way cooler than that. It's like I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm related to a dragon, so like it's way better than that. Whatever you're talking about.
My rage comes from natural sources.
It's artisanal rage. It's locally sourced.
Astonishingly effective.
Nice. Very good, very good. All of that being said, you are out of combat for the time being. What would you like to do?
Search the area and the bodies. What's left of them?
Okay. Everybody give me investigation checks, and then also tell me what you are looking at. If you're all doing the bodies, cool, but if not, let me know.
Just as a reminder, it's just the clearing, and there's how many bodies are in it?
Yeah, there's 3 bodies just mangled. Right off the bat, without having to do your rolls, they are fitted out to look like adventurers or travelers of some kind.
Okay. I got a 13, and I will be looking at the bodies, certainly.
I got 15.
Just to see
I'll
how
search
recent
whatever.
look.
Yeah. I guess I'll search the red caps. Yeah.
Okay.
For loot.
So 13
I
of the
got a
bodies.
19.
What are you looking at, Yarrow?
I think I'm gonna look at the surroundings and see if there's any other clues about what happened here. If it was obviously the red caps, or if there's maybe more red caps hiding somewhere.
Okay. You're looking for clues. You got a 13 Joan. And then Felonious, you got a what?
15.
Okay. 15 looking at the red caps, 13 looking at the bodies, and a 19 looking at the surrounding area. So with a 13 Joan, you notice these definitely feel like travelers. Some of their gear is still good. They have 1 minor potion of healing, which is a d4 plus 4. And their weapons are pretty run-of-the-mill. If you guys would like more daggers, there's definitely 1 each per body. They've got 10 gold on them total, and it looks like they were just torn asunder by these little red caps.
Does it look like they came here very recently on a similar mission as us, perhaps? Were we not the first choice? Can't imagine why not, but...
With your 13, it's definitely easy to make that inference. They don't have any notes on them that say here to save the non-capitalistic
Sure,
based
yeah.
holiday. But there's 3 of them. They're dead now, and they're in the forest covered in snow. safe to make that assumption, I feel like.
All right. I will. It seems very gauche, I think, to Joan to loot these poor dead adventurers. So I'll close their eyes if they aren't already. And
I definitely
leave
loot them.
things.
Yeah. I'll wait till Joan turns their back and then be like,
Yeah, Joan is not like gonna be a real stickler about it, but Joan is just like, it's a moment of solemnity.
we avenged them. It's fine. They would want us to have this.
I think it's somehow easier for me if you don't attempt to justify it, Felonious, but you did carry yourself admirably in that fight.
All's fair when it comes to adventuring parties, real recognizes real. 15, looking at the red caps. As your rage, I think it lasts, a minute?
1 minute, yeah.
As your rage sort of leaves your body, you notice that where there were 2 red caps is now just a puddle of, mush. It just looks like if you took a thing of compost that was sitting off on the jungle floor. It feels very organic and natural and decomposing, but not in a fleshy way, in an earthy way.
Okay.
Mixed with blood, which you identify very, very quickly. There is nothing left of them, which is strange considering their iron boots and their sickle and the metal buttons that were holding on their stuff. But that's what's left of the red caps.
Okay. They didn't have any letters or here are your orders, evil minions, kind of thing. No, nothing useful like that.
But right. You can give me an Arcana roll if you'd like to see what you know about red caps now that you're out of battle.
Yara, what do you know about red caps?
Yeah, what do I know about red caps?
That's good.
I know 12 about red caps.
They might have been mentioned in your book very briefly. They're connected to the Feywild. They're not of this plane traditionally, and they're made when you they have something to do with blood shedding. That's somewhat involved in making them, and they're just murderous little gremlins. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And then with your
So
19,
oh yeah.
For the surrounding area, you notice that there are, now that you know what you're looking for, you spot what could be older iron boot prints. But it also doesn't look like there's much in terms of these bodies. It seems like they were just sort of pulled off the road to be dealt with, and there's no paths leading away.
I got it.
Surrounding area.
Does
bodies.
Does that a path go towards the mountain or away from it? Towards the tower, I guess, more specifically.
It's just the same path that you guys followed.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be another one out here. But with a 19 on the periphery, you do manage to, you're retracing your steps, going back towards the clearing, and you find a wand.
Yeah. What sort of wand? Do I get any kind of... What makes me think it's a wand and not a stick?
I'm gonna leave that up to you. What makes you think it's a wand and not a stick?
Oh man, I didn't expect to be voiced by my own card here. Probably just looks like kind of intricately carved. Maybe there's a bit of a magical vibe or like a cool, interesting, totally normal symbol. Somewhere on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna pick it up and yeah. I mean, this is a normal one, so I'll pick it up and look at it.
All right. Yeah. It is a wand. You don't immediately know what it is loaded with. You can feel arcane energy coming from it. It would make sense. You're not sure what it is. If you studied it for a long amount of time, you could figure it out. Or you can spend an action in combat to just do it and find out what it does.
A fun way.
Yeah. But you don't know how much of that would work. But yeah.
And I don't secretly have a cool spell that tell me what this wand is spelled now. Okay.
Isn't it more fun to not know?
run up to the big bad, and then
Yeah.
Expelliarmus, and then it's nothing.
Roll them bones.
There you go. Yeah. But you're out of combat. You've done some exploring in the clearing, and the only path that you see is the one that you came down that leads you back to the path heading up the mountain. If everybody's good with this combat scenario, I think it's a good time to call break before you make your way up.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thank you everybody else. We'll take thank you 15, as they say, and we'll be back in a sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smash a Cast charity stream in favor of the StarWhispers, shoving it to landlords and mold laws alike. Yeah, last we left off, we went to go visit the workshop, followed some mysterious trail, and ambushed redcaps instead of getting ambushed by redcaps, which I'm a big fan of that. I like the shoot first, ask questions never mentality by Felonious. But you guys like kicked their butts, and you looted some travelers. Some of you didn't loot. Some of you might have looted. But now we're back, and you're hot on the trail up the mountain. Before you do anything at all, immediately after getting enough combat, doing your investigation, as your adrenaline wears off, I need all of you to make me Constitution saving throws. As you notice for the first time that you are out in the cold and the sun has now gone down.
Uh-oh. Now this is the sort of thing that I will from the gods for.
Before you spend your advantage, Joan actually has advantage on this save.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like thematically, since you have frost giant runes.
Okay. Wow. I rolled a 1 and a 3, so I will burn one still.
That's okay.
I got an 18.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you to our patrons in the sky. That's much better. That's a dirty 20.
There you go. There you go.
That's a 10 for me.
Oh no. All right. Is it disadvantage on saves?
I believe so.
Okay. 2024 has new exhaustion rules, so we're beta testing here. You are too cold to react as quickly as normal. As the cold starts to set in and you feel the chill, not only in your fingertips but in your bones. So for the rest of the encounter, until you can warm yourself up consistently, you have disadvantage on saving throws. Yeah. But the rest of you seem fine. You managed to shake it off and retain your body heat, and you continue your trek up the mountain.
Yara, your lips are starting to look a little blue. How are you holding up?
I'm okay. It's just, it's a little chilly, but
No one will hear if you admit to needing some assistance. It's just us up here.
I mean,
What kind of assistance? I don't think a firebolt would be that helpful.
I'm entirely fine. It's all good. Yep.
Okay.
Very well.
I could set your clothes on fire. Would that help? I mean, that'd be good in the short term.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I could also set my clothing on fire.
Oh, that's right. You can. Yeah. 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 Just keep that in mind. If you get really cold,
Yeah.
you'll.
I could also technically prestidigitate my clothing to be warm, but I think that stretches 1 cubic foot of non-living material a little bit.
Oh yeah. A little bit.
So
Well, you could do it. Do it on your shoes at least. Then, like, if I had to choose one part of my body, I wouldn't not want to be cold. It would be the feet. Yeah.
before going too deep into this, I've had this thought before and this conversation. The amount of constant concentration, even if you're not doing a concentration spell, would eventually also contribute to your exhaustion.
Yeah, okay.
Or use spell slots.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
Sarcastic.
feel like if you're
Yeah.
constantly
It seems
doing
like-
magic,
It definitely goes against the idea of prestidigitation to be like, oh, I'm magically just fine now.
Sure. Well,
So,
it won't come to that. We'll find a warm place to decamp, I'm sure.
Yeah. Or we could set the forest on fire.
I'm not sure that
Yeah,
we can.
that might
Like,
solve
at a-
it.
You're what? You're right. We probably need a more powerful spellcaster to do that. Maybe Nicholas can help us.
It's
done freezing.
only fair, huh? Reverse the snow.
Persuade him to defrost everything.
I realize my
Aggressively.
kobold probably has ADHD.
And we all.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's get going. Our spellcaster's getting cold.
Upward and onward.
Yeah, moving up the mountain.
Ooh.
So, you guys are moving up this mountain for a while, and it is slowly becoming more and more effort to maintain your footing, to find routes that aren't covered in ice, to trudge your way through snowdrifts that have blown onto the path in places. But the going is slow, but you are going steadily. Do we want to make general perception checks for the trek up?
All right.
Since you-
That's an 8.
See here.
Dirty 20 for me.
Ooh.
14.
All right. With a 14, an 8, and a dirty 20, we see... with a 14 and some hints from the crows, you do notice that there is nothing alive as you're walking. There is no little squirrel footprints. There is no chittering, no flapping of wings off in the distance. There is pretty universally desolation up here. You can't imagine there would be that much plant life anyway, right? You're getting like relatively high up into a mountain, and you are far enough north that it's cold here regularly. But it is strange that there's no wildlife, and you pick up on this pretty quick when you think about the fact that you get a hint about this from the crows. It seems weird, but there's nothing up here. And with our dirty 20, I'd say about 3/4 of the way up, you note, and maybe Yarrow's keeping a specific lookout for this, given their rapidly cooling temperature. Looks like there's a cave. At least, a little bit of shelter. It's hard to say from here if it's, particularly deep or if it goes very far, but at the very least, it looks like somewhere to get out of the wind and get out of the snow. And then that was an 8, right, on the other perception check?
Yep, I'm not seeing Jack.
You see all of the snow. You do.
Gosh, that's white.
You do see the snow.
Yeah, the kombucha brewery, but yes, alright.
How far are we from the tower? Can we see it from where we are?
Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. As you're getting closer, your vantage is kind of changing. You are most of the way up, sort of below the tower now, as it sort of like awkwardly cantilevers off the side of this mountain. It is not a straight vertical tower. It sort of, leans back and forth in a very almost cartoonish way. This tower seems to have been constructed by some sort of wizard with a strange eye for architecture. And from below, you can see it looks like there is a central door. You probably about 3/4 of the way up where you are right now. And that's the only way up that you see is this central door way up the path.
Okay.
Well, do we want to make a makeshift bivouac stop or try to make it to the tower?
I mean, it honestly depends on Yarrow. Like, I don't want to. If he doesn't feel like he's ready for what's beyond that tower, then I'm fine with waiting. It'll wait since we're close. But like, once we should expect trouble once we go through that door, right? So
It definitely seems like a reasonable expectation. Yeah. So yeah, maybe a camp for the night scenario, or at least a quick little fire to warm up a little bit would be.
okay.
That'd be a good idea.
They can
Alright.
flash fry some potatoes for us all.
Yeah, that is. We could do that.
Yeah.
All right, so heading for
Well,
the.
you gave those. You gave the potatoes to the tavern king.
I gave half of them. I kept some
Oh, half.
for
Okay.
our journey. Yeah.
Yes.
They have a lot of calories. We need the carbs. We're spending so much energy.
That's true.
hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never give up all your
I know.
potatoes. That's a classic
exactly,
adventuring
yeah.
rule.
It's true.
Barbarians actually know a lot about nutrition science for athletics.
They have to. They have to
Yeah.
get swole.
That does feel right.
Exactly. Yeah. I should
Down
ask them
the
for protein
creatine.
powder. Yeah, exactly. That's that. I don't want gold. I need protein powder. Yeah.
All right, so we're heading for
All
the
right. Well,
cave.
should we?
Yeah. We'll go and make a little camp at the spot that Yarrow pointed out.
Okay. Without any perception checks, you're all walking through the snow towards the cave, and one of your feet hits a loud thud. And you look down, and there's a massive wooden chest. And the gods have bestowed upon us magical items, one per player.
Ooh.
So.
Okay.
So I need each of you to roll me a d4. On a 1, roll again.
All right. The gods are kind and merciful.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I also rolled a 2.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Fantastic. So now I need each of you to roll me a d10, and on a 10, roll again.
Which of these is it?
7.
That's a 12.
4.
Okay.
Also,
Okay. So, Joan, you receive a suit of shift weave.
Okay.
A quick description: up to 5 different outfits can be embedded in the cloth. You speak its command word and transform your appearance to one of those 5, and it can duplicate the look of any magical clothing, but does not gain their magical properties.
Wow, that's actually perfect.
So I will let you choose those 5. Next we have a 7 for Felonius. And a 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is fantastic. You receive an earworm. It is a symbiote that you are automatically attuned to, and sits behind your ear and burrows into your skull and bonds to you, enabling you to speak, read, and write deep speech. And the earworm has 4 charges, of which you can use to cast a few spells: Detect Thoughts, Dissonant Whispers, and it regains those
Detect
charges
Thoughts.
at dawn.
Detect thoughts and what else?
Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant whispers.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wow, perfect. Did Flonius just like get a grub, stick it in?
Yeah, I got fucking Rathacon, but it worked out? Okay. Alright. I just hope with the chance that it just jumps on me. He's like, ah! Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm definitely not possessed by the worm. Why would you say that?
yeah, this is a very normal thing.
Yeah. I can read your thoughts, though, but don't worry about it.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Alright, I'll roll with it. I love it.
Okay, and then we're going to give Yarrow. You have a tentacle whip.
Wow, quite
It
a
is-
theme here.
It is another.
Yeah.
It's another symbiote-esque whip that wraps around your wrist and embeds its tendrils into your arm. You gain a +2 to attack and damage rolls that you make with the whip. But you might have advantage if you use them against a certain creature that we'll talk about if it comes up. And then a creature hit by this weapon takes 1d6 psychic damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is a bonus action to Venom-esque
Yeah.
take out your whip and Venom-esque put it away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, weirdly
Yeah,
enough,
go.
the
Yeah.
earworm and the tentacle whip, if somebody casts Remove Curse, they detach from your body.
Don't think about that
Okay.
too much.
It's not concerning. I'm not
Okay.
worried about
It
that.
doesn't mean anything.
I love
but-
we have Fashion Week and fucking Hellraiser. in
It
the
actually
same
works
chat.
perfectly,
Yeah,
I think. Well,
Yeah.
it does kind of. There's a certain debaucherous picture being painted by these things together, but I'm going to choose.
Yeah, I'm real
Confused.
interested in what 5 outfits you have in that.
Yeah, we're not going to speak on whatever god is providing these items to you, but they seem to be in theme.
I remember seeing someone make like a warlock patron as a Twitch chat, and this is yeah, okay. I see it now. I see it. Yeah.
Real quick, did we happen to see what this mage's wife looked like? Any portraits or anything in the home?
You have not. That was also just his workshop. It didn't seem like he lived there. There wasn't any like living space. You didn't notice any portraits or anything.
Sure thing. I'll keep an eye out as we warm up in the cave.
All right. So, as you thud into this chest and are spontaneously gifted some mildly uncomfortable magical gifts,
Perfect.
you just roll with it, move on, assume that doesn't mean anything, and as
Another
you
normal thing.
as you keep walking to the cave, there's another thud as your foot yet again kicks a hard object. Brushing some snow off of it, it is one iron boot that looks familiar. Notably, there's no other iron boot and no pile of compost. But I assume you guys keep on walking.
How deeply strange.
Are we near a cliffside?
Yeah, yeah,
Throw
relatively.
The boot over it.
No, I'm gonna throw the iron boot over. Yeah, I hate these guys. Just chuck it off of them.
Yeah.
I hope you never find that other boot. Yeah.
As the
Alright.
boot clatters down the cliff. You guys keep going to the cave.
Yep.
Sure thing.
You guys get to the mouth of this cave, and it seems to go on for quite a while. You can't see the end of it. But here at the mouth, sheltered from the wind and the snow, you have an opportunity to take a breather.
Actually, before I do that, I am going to use a charge of Detect Thoughts because I can use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see. So I'm going to do that just to look around and make sure there's no invisible or hidden people watching us.
Little guys in hats around.
Little, yeah, maybe theoretically, it might. There might be some little guys in hats. Yeah,
What's our range on Detect Thoughts?
that's a really good question.
I think it's 60 feet.
Yeah. Well, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you, but I'll walk around. It
Okay.
lasts for a minute. Or yeah, duration 1 minute. So I can search, do a sweep, I guess, for a minute.
Okay. Here at the mouth of the cave, you just get the presence of thought from your two companions, wandering around
We're thinking.
wandering around the cave a little bit. You go a little deeper and you don't hear anything, and then you get to just about the point where you can't quite see beyond. It seems like it curves around maybe, and you get something. There's something further
Okay.
into that cave that is thinking.
Okay. I will hone in on those thoughts. Let's see here. It is a wisdom save. It is a 2nd level spell. And
Will it
Wisdom
know your presence if you try this, or is it just if it succeeds?
you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. When you cast a spell, it doesn't affect it. Well, I can get its surface thoughts without having it make a surface. It doesn't have to make
that's
a
for free.
There we go.
Yeah. So I get that for free. So, what are its surface thoughts?
Can you read me detect thoughts if you have it pulled up?
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. Cast a spell's your action. You can focus your mind on any creature that you see or detect within 30 feet of you. If it has intelligence of 3 or less or doesn't speak any languages, the creature is unaffected. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind at that moment. As an action, I can shift my attention to another creature or attempt to probe deeper. So right now, I just wanted surface thought. What is it thinking about at this moment?
All right. I was looking for the phrase, a language that you understand, and it didn't say that. So you do get its thoughts. You get this like pang initially of hunger and worry, and as you just sort of try and comb through without going too deep, you feel hunger, you feel worry, and then you get this sense of anger, and you understand it's not thinking in full sentences necessarily, but it's more these emotions. But you do pick out a phrase, and it's all this anger directed toward red caps.
Okay. We can work with that.
Okay, yeah.
A friend.
Yeah. I will not probe its thoughts because I don't want to try and irritate it. I will motion to the others to be like, I guess. I don't know how well something's over there. And then I will, first thought, best thought, take out a potato and say, hello, I have potatoes for you in your time of need. And I will throw them towards the where I sense the creature to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I also hate red caps, and I will say that in common and draconic.
Okay.
And deep speech. I know those 3. I know that
You
now.
do.
So
You
at
do,
least
that's
I
true.
got 3 languages.
That's
Yeah.
true. You hear a sort of like heavy and a grunt and some, and you see just out of the darkness a pretty large, hairy hand covered in white fur. Just grab the potato.
I'll throw another potato. Hello. We were attacked by redcaps earlier, and we hate them. We want shelter from the storm. We will not bother you, sir. We'll if you want to talk, or if you can't talk, we are happy to help you. But we are here to deal with the wizard in the tower. So
Can it understand us? Probably a few other
I
languages.
don't know. Only if somebody could comprehend. Well, it hasn't spoken yet, so I don't know. Yeah, I can't communicate back. I can only detect the thoughts. I can't
Yes.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
send the thoughts.
Why don't you
Yeah.
roll me call it a performance or a persuasion check?
Cool.
Just to, send out some vibes. Send out good vibes.
Yeah. Hey, that is an 18. So that becomes a 17.
Okay. With a 17, that's still pretty good. There's no immediate signs of hostile energy or friendly energy. It stays in the darkness for a while, and maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds later, Joan, I believe, is the only one who understands. Actually, go ahead and make me, we'll just call it a d20 roll.
Okay. Just me, or?
Yes. Well, add
Alright.
intelligence. Add intelligence, actually.
Well, that's just the d20 roll.
That's
You know what? I will beseech our patrons for this one. If I may be so bold.
Go for it.
I think, well, luck has been on our side today, and I'm sure that it will continue to be so as I roll not very well. Ah, that's better. That is a 16 with a +0.
Okay, with a 16, you absolutely understand. This is not a familiar dialect, but it's some form of giant, which I believe is Rune Knight. You understand,
I do.
and you hear in what would sort of be equivalent to Broken Common through your sort of understanding the giant dialect. You hear, "Who are you? And will you help me?"
I'll clear my throat. I will use my Giant's Might feature to grow large.
Okay.
You'll see Joan just with the armor as well, sort of the runes that are painted on start to glow, and she'll just slightly increase in stature. And I'll sort of motion to the others like, oh, actually, surprisingly, I have something relevant. And in common, and then in giant back. And I imagine that she speaks like whatever the equivalent of bougie giant would be.
Very academic giant.
Bougie giant.
And I'll just call out, we're simply, good sir, we're simply adventurers here on a magnificent quest. We mean you no harm, and in fact, it is our solemn and truly, fortuitous duty, and just on and on,
Yeah.
to help you.
Okay. And you guys see sort of amble out of the darkness, walking a little bit on hands and feet because there's a very large creature in a relatively small cave. I'll say make me nature checks just to see if you recognize this creature on sight. Joan, I'll say you can do it with advantage given the giant connection.
That is a natural 20 for 24.
All right, a 16, a 24, and
A 12.
a 12. Okay. All of you recognize this is a Yeti. There is a friendly Yeti in the cave. Hungry, really pissed at these redcaps, and would love some assistance in disposing of these things.
Yes. I think in Giant again, it's even less, more poorly code switched than her common, if you will. Something like a forsooth we have rid the lower lands of these redcaps that so despise.
Can I get how the Yeti's perceiving this language?
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a literal vibe check. Like,
yeah, absolutely. You see that he's like, just like a very obvious facial expression of like, okay. I don't know why you're doing it like that, but like I get it, I guess. Seems a little put off, but not in like an upset way. Just like, this is weird.
Say, for matters pertaining to your most starvacious nature,
Absolutely.
I do have this, and I will cast Goodberry
Oh, okay, nice.
and produce a small, perfectly filling and nutrient-rich berry.
Yeah, absolutely. And he reaches forward with his big Yeti hands. Astonishingly, despite this creature's size, a good berry is magically nutritious. And, kind of just whole swallows it and seems surprisingly satisfied after, a minute or two of sitting there. And he starts to speak with you and tries to explain a little bit of like these creatures just came out of nowhere, these red caps, and I don't know what the source of this is, but they're driving all the game off the mountain. I can't hunt anything. And as he's explaining this whole thing, you hear a now familiar upsetting giggle. There we go. And as you hear this and ready yourselves for battle, before you can react, he immediately just reaches behind and throws the thing as far as he can. You get the sense that he has been dealing with this for quite a while. Doesn't seem all that inconvenienced by them in a fight. Immediately disposes of the one that popped up. And is like, well...
Oh,
Anyway, and like just continues talking.
magnificent.
And he suggests to you that there is an entrance to this tower further down the cave. There seem to be some sort of natural stairs, or maybe they were carved out at some point. But he thinks that they're coming from somewhere upstairs.
Truly, I cannot begin to express the depths through which we are deeply thankful and in a most sincere fashion. And I'll turn to the others and go, our friend here has identified another way in.
Awesome. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. Yeah. I would give him more potatoes, but you solved that with a good berry. That was,
Variety is the spice of life.
yeah. Yeah, you need a starch with that. I mean, otherwise it's too tart, right? Yeah, it's a more balanced
Yeah.
plate. Yeah.
If good berries be the fruit of love, then eat on.
Yeah. Okay, we'll lead the way.
And hopefully they will keep you satiated tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
This is the most.
Just speaking in Shakespeare quotes now.
This is the most good berry positive.
Yeah.
I'm just
I've
looking
ever-
at Yar as like, I don't think that's her for that. Like, he's kind of like, this is not like a language he's super good at. It seems like, I don't know. It's working out okay, but
I don't speak any of it, so.
yeah, I just wonder where she learned it. It seems with the gestures, like maybe she learned it in a theater, like.
Oh yeah. but
Sorry,
that's-
you all saying something?
But I mean, also,
I'm just
that's
talking
where
to our
maybe we
Yara
don't
has been
need to
speaking to.
speculate about our companions' pasts. And
Why? But it's fun to speculate on their past.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't worry about things in general.
Unless
Unless they're actively trying to kill me. Yeah.
Worry about anything.
Yeah, no, we made a friend. This is great.
Yeah. No, this is great. But yeah.
that ear that burrowed in my skull was a good thing.
Excellent work.
Yeah, right.
Well, Yara, if you're sufficiently warmed, I guess we have safe passage. We should try to make good time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hope
And
that
through
our
taking
labors
the
are
cave,
not lost.
through taking the cave route, you have now sufficiently been out of the storm long enough to warm yourself up. So feel free to regain your flat save rolls. Yeah, and you guys get to the staircase. It does look like it's mostly natural. It is also too small for this Yeti to fit through. But it looks like this is a mostly natural staircase that have maybe been refined a little bit. But they twist up for quite a while, sort of switchback and spiraling up. Until eventually you come to a hatch, a wooden hatch.
I open it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is not locked. It's not barricaded or anything. Swings open, and you find yourself in a stone room. It is 4 walls of stone, no windows. There is racks and racks and racks of wine bottles. There is a very ornate, decorative, hand-scrawled map on one wall, just of the local region. And there is a wooden paneled wall with a wooden door cut into it that's currently closed. And there are stairs heading up.
How fancy and ornate is this map? Like, how special of a map is it?
It looks like it's not like a one of a kind. It doesn't look like it's a masterpiece or anything. You do note that everything in here is dusty, a little disused. Nothing is broken or in disrepair necessarily, but it does look like this is not a frequently visited space. The map itself looks like it was probably hand painted on vellum at some point, so it's relatively good quality. But
Is it a map of the region or is it a map of the tower?
a map of the region.
Okay. All right. Man,
It seems
Everyone's
decorative.
going to remember that, but not immediately take it. But they will want to come back and collect it.
do we hear anything? Like, I'm going to put my ear to the door and, like, kind of listen up at the base of the steps to kind of see if there's any sounds.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Anybody can if you want to. Feel free to everybody roll.
Yeah, I'll listen.
7.
10.
Okay, and did you say you were putting your ear up to the wooden door or to the stairs? They're two separate.
The wooden door.
Okay, then roll with advantage.
I'll listen to the stairs.
Okay.
So you get a 10 and
I got a 16 with advantage.
a 16. All right, good. You do hear very faint rhythmic knocking. You listen for a few seconds more, and you hear a sort of sounds. It sounds familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on it. I forgot what that phrase was. I was going to say your nose on it. You definitely hear something within, but it's hard to identify necessarily.
Is it like somebody working with tools? We did see Nicholas had a workshop and tools and stuff like that.
It sure does sound like it might be.
Okay.
That could be the sound of a hammer and a saw.
Detect thoughts does not work beyond solid things, so I can't just
Sure.
radar them. So, you want to check out the door?
Oh, and with your 10, by the way, Yarrow, you
Oh,
do
yeah.
not hear anything above.
Okay.
What do you hear?
It sounds like somebody working with tools, hammering away and stuff. I'm whispering by this point right now, trying to be a little discreet at least. Yeah.
I see.
So it could be Nicholas or it could be somebody else with the tools, but it sounds like a workshop type stuff. So,
As long as you're sure it's tools and not a trap or a simple tapping.
I mean, it could-
tapping at a chamber door. Sorry, I have trouble switching back and forth still.
That's an odd thing to say. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'd be happy to go first, but
Very well.
Unless I don't know if you have any like.
Brave Felonius. Well, I
Yeah.
think you're the most sturdy of us as well.
All right. I open the door.
Actually, hold on. Before he
okay.
opens the door, before you open the door, where did it go? I have too many feats. Once per long rest, I can use Long Strider. So I will put my hand on Felonius's shoulder and give him an extra 10 feet of movement.
Wow.
Nice.
Speedy goal.
Nice. How long does that last?
1 hour.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Hell yeah.
You're a little faster for the next hour.
Cool. I'm definitely not gonna run around and chop people up with an axe. So we'll find out. I open the door.
All right. You open the door,
Yeah.
and you see an entirely wooden paneled room with 2 tiers of benches. In the center is a sort of elevated platform full of coal, and there are some pipes on the far wall with sort of grates at the bottom that lead somewhere outside of this room. But before you can contemplate the purpose of this bizarre wooden paneled room, you see right above this central pedestal a workbench has been set up, and you see a relatively small, somewhat round, little blonde boy, and across the workbench with a saw, a taller, thinner little girl, who are just working away with their tools and stop as soon as you open the door and just sort of stare at you.
Gunther? Hazel?
Yes?
Ah, cool. Oh yeah, your mom sent us. Are you
guys? You guys okay?
Yeah.
What's
Yes. Well, Nicholas brought us here to help him with something, but I don't know what, and he just told us this would keep us busy, so we've been helping him with his toys.
Are they toys of little red caps that come to life and chop people up?
I was gonna have you roll. No, they're not.
Okay.
No, they seem to just be like, classic little wooden dolls and blocks and
okay.
normal wooden toys.
Are you hungry? Do you need a potato? I can flash fry it if you want.
And you see Gunther speaks up. Sure,
Okay.
I'll take a potato.
Firebolt here. Yeah.
Want my dragon, Papa? It's cola. Yippee!
Anyway, are they chained up or anything like that, or
No.
they were just locked in there?
No,
Okay.
no, they were just in here. The door wasn't locked or
Okay.
anything. They just seemed to be
Okay.
here.
I mean, yeah, they just in a cave, in an underground room in a tower up on a mountain by themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the
Yeah.
door wasn't locked.
Yeah. No, they were
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
We should just leave it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take you back down to the village, but we gotta go deal with Nicholas. Do you know what he's doing? Did he say what his little special project was?
No, he was sad about his wife, but That's all he said.
And so you just
Being-
followed him up here because he was sad.
Well, he's a nice man, and he gives us toys, and he helps us, and
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful vision of a lovely world that you believe in, and I suppose we should let it lay.
Yes. Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
we don't crush
Fair
your
enough.
hopes and dreams forever.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, well, what he did was wrong, and we'll fix it. But we have to go have a talk to Nicholas. Do you know where he is?
I think upstairs on the top floor.
Okay. Is anyone else here?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, you two stay here. You can take a break. You don't have to make any more toys unless you want to. But, have some potatoes. Have some water. You're not sick or hurt or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Good. All right. You're handling this pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. You're pretty. We may have you carry some stuff down the mountain. We'll see what we find.
Gunther, you look
Not
strong.
much.
I have a strong back.
Well, it's yeah.
Well, look, you're making toys. Why don't we take them down to the village? You know, we'll let you keep half of them.
Felonious, I really appreciate what you're trying with this gentle parenting thing.
Yeah. Well, look, maybe these handmade toys would be really valuable in the capital city, right? Like, all these nobles would love that. I mean, especially we sell this story. Oh, they were made by children captured by an evil wizard. They're very master crafted. Oh, they're enchanted. Yes.
Doesn't that
I
make
think
us
maybe
seem
we should go.
like evil wizards?
Well, they don't know. They won't know, and the aristocrats will believe whatever you tell them. They don't. Yeah. Look.
I don't believe everything you tell. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm just spitballing ideas here. Nothing said that. Let's go talk to Nicholas, and have him stop summoning red caps or whatever he's doing. Which is, having a dead wife does not give you permission to do this stuff. Let me just say for the record that we all have tragedy in our lives. We don't all
Not
contact
all of us.
extraplanar entities and change the weather patterns of the region.
Yes. Well, best to get this resolved.
Yeah. I'm a barbarian, but even I have standards. Anyway, all right. I go upstairs.
All right, yeah. You guys head upstairs, and you open the basement door, and you are met with a foyer. You see the front door there. It seems like you did skip a fairly significant part of the journey and ended up in the basement. And this whole room, you are struck again immediately by the dust. There are cobwebs, it is dusty, there are things knocked over in a way that doesn't seem like something happened, just in a way that feels like this place has been neglected. There's nothing that jumps out to you as particularly interesting, other than right in the center of the room, a very large spiral staircase.
Different one than the one we came up on.
Yes, this was a sort of like
Okay.
basement stairs leading down,
Right.
not the main.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if it's dusty, there's not much happening here. We'll go. I mean, I'll listen at the base of the spiral stairs, I guess, to see if there's any weird noise.
Sure.
I got a 13.
All right. Does anybody else want to roll?
Yeah, sure.
We're big stinking heroes. Nothing bad can happen.
I
to us.
agree.
I'd say nat 1 for a 6.
Yeah, that's good. Not the 6, but like that's a good modifier. Yeah, you guys don't hear anything from down here. It seems like it's all quiet upstairs.
Okay. Go upstairs.
All right, you head up.
Yeah.
The second floor is books. It seems like this is a study of sorts, or a library maybe, and it's wall-to-wall bookshelves. There's one corner that has, a nice table with an oil lamp on it, and 2 comfortable-looking chairs. Also, fairly dusty, and there is a desk. It seems like a writing desk with a quill and an ink pot and some loose papers, and another chair seated at the desk. You note that the desk is less dusty than everything else. It still doesn't look like it gets cleaned, but at the very least, maybe someone sits here every now and then. Yeah, a lot of books in here.
Look at the desk and
Yeah.
poke in that.
Yeah, all right. Roll me investigation checks.
Uh, 10.
11.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. With a
This
10
die
and
is
an
being
11,
very cooperative today.
our 10 and 11 find nothing of particular note on the desk, but sort of glancing around at the books, there's a wide variety of subjects covered here, but you do note that it is largely focused on magic. It seems like there are whole sections dedicated to sort of the relationship between the different planes and different realms, and with our Nat 20, you specifically, now that you're looking for it and you're a little clued in, you note that there are 5 or 6 books on one shelf that's also a little less dusty than everything around it, specifically on Eladrin, the seasons and elemental magic, and the nature of warlock patronage relationships.
Well, Yara, seems like a mystery for you.
I'm not a.
But you're a language comprehender, as I'm told.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's true.
fair.
Yeah, jeez.
No sign of any other activity here.
Yeah, if you'd like to roll to read the
Yeah, I
books, feel free.
Yeah, is there any that stick out as this is likely to be immediately useful and
I mean, now that you've been clued in on the titles, and this is, the sort of nature of what these this little shelf is dedicated to, you don't see anything that seems immediately this one's more important than the rest, but this definitely feels like the focus area. If you're going to find useful clues, it'll be here.
Okay, I'll pick one at random and kind of open it up, see what it's about.
All right. So, you pick one up, start flipping through it, and roll me an history, arcana, or investigation.
So many good options.
My 3 favorites.
I'll roll Arcana for 18.
Okay. With an 18, this book is written in common, so it's a lot easier for you to just sort of flip through the pages. Scanning, you see that this is a book about the nature of warlock patronage, but specifically about how to sever that relationship. This seems like this book is something of a specialty study in unwarlocking yourself.
I'll just kind of try and quietly slip that into my pack.
Sure. It's not alarmed or anything. You just...
Yeah.
If you want to hide it from your
Hey, what was that
friends,
book
you can
about?
roll sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise-
Yeah. That's a 12.
I'm trusting you,
Okay.
not looking.
You said there was a 12?
Mhm.
I don't know what your passive perceptions are on hand. If you'd like to try and notice, you can roll.
I'm definitely not trying. Ooh,
I assume Yaro's just doing something helpful.
Oh, he beat mine. Mine's only 11, so yeah.
All right.
I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
know anything.
Your friends do not notice you steal this totally normal, not suspicious, normal book to have. That raises no questions about your past, and I'm not curious about it.
It's good. There's nothing weird in my past.
Why would there be? I'm not.
Okay.
Just telling God directly right now.
Nothing strange has happened.
That is something Euro would do. Just fully in denial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, all right.
I think this guy might be a warlock, you guys. Like, it's got a lot of like warlocky books and stuff going on here.
No, he's normal.
Assuming you guys continue moving upstairs,
Yep.
there is. I think from afar you would have been able to tell that this is maybe not the top floor, but pretty close. And this third level is a bedroom of sorts. It seems like there's two distinct bedrooms here, at least two separate areas. But at a glance, you note that there is a again very well appointed room, dusty, unused. Joan, I think you in particular would take note of a large portrait of a man in red robes with tall black leather boots, smiling lovingly, looking at presumably his wife. This man is a little on the bigger side, has a white beard, and his wife is an older woman, hair pulled back in a tight bun, dressed in similar sort of complementary robes to his. Both of them pretty well dressed. They look expensive. But this is also a very dusty painting. Looks like it doesn't get much attention.
Can I duplicate the robes?
You absolutely can.
Not in person. I'm just trying to subtly be, maybe a comforting presence or something that seems familiar as I use my fancy schmancy new clothing.
All right. And I think there's one final investigation and or perception check that I will ask for this level. Feel free, any and all.
All right. Fully on the lookout. I will cash in another inspo on this one, I think. Thank you, patrons.
9 for investigation.
Okay.
I got a nat 1 and a 17, so I will take the 17.
Okay. All right. That is a 9 and a 17 for our investigation checks. Excuse me. Again, this room is very well appointed, very dusty. And you'll note that as you're climbing, it is getting colder and colder in this tower. This is a drafty old stone tower on the top of a mountain in a snowstorm. It's as cold as you would expect it to be. But it seems unnaturally cold in here. Specifically on this level, you note that it is very cold. Casting your eyes about, all of you note, because once you really start to look for it, it is very obvious that in this bed there is a woman lying, frozen, who has clearly been dead for quite some time. She looks an awful lot like the woman in the portrait.
Well, that's deeply sad.
That's rough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, rough.
Go approach respectfully.
Yeah, if you get closer, it is clear that she's been sort of artificially suspended with this unnatural frost. You can roll me a medicine check if you like to see if you can ascertain anything about the state of her.
Nope.
Or you don't have to. That's also okay.
That's a 6, so I would try, but
14.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, a 14 and a 12 are both good enough to see that she is artificially frozen in this sort of unnatural frost. But it seems like it was, at a certain point, too little too late. She was already dead when this frost took hold.
perhaps the heart of the storm and the heart of the issue.
Maybe.
Yeah. Seems like a reasonable conclusion. So I guess we're going to just have to go convince this Niklaus guy that his wife is it's too late, and then maybe he'll just stop. Maybe it'll be a nice, easy conversation, and you know.
Yes. I've never read any books where men go to the
Me
edges
neither.
of the earth and brought horrors upon the world in the name of lost love, so I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably. I'm probably not the person to do that. I recognize my strengths. I also recognize my weaknesses. So
That's important.
It's very big of you, Felonius, and you do have many strengths, so...
like murdering things, but this is not that kind. This is
well,
not,
it might come
Maybe
to that.
it might.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's try the other way first. I mean, I could try and read mine, but that might be rude.
One step at a time.
All right.
I guess we'll continue on.
Yeah. There's still stairs going up to what you strongly suspect is the last room. You ascend the stairs, and you see a room that is wide open, very plush, luxurious green carpet, wood paneling, wainscoting on the walls. You see that there is a massive hearth at one end of this huge fireplace with an elk head mounted above it. There's all sorts of vaguely scientific magical instruments scattered around the room, and in the middle is what looks like an armillary sphere, or maybe a telescope, or maybe some sort of magical contraption. It's an awful lot of gears and spinning wheels around each other. And standing next to it, you see a very familiar looking man. The same man from the portrait, in his red robes and black boots with his white beard. And he turns to each of you and is startled for a moment. He seemed to have been deep in his thoughts.
Nicholas, I presume?
Yeah, that is me. Why are you here?
We've been sent by the villagers. They are distressed by the signs of winter emanating from here.
Yeah, I suppose they would be. They don't need to worry about it. I'm handling my business here, and when I have finished, things will be resolved.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
feels that way. But
Kind of seems like maybe there's something you're not handling.
What do you mean?
Just like, I mean, the whole like winter thing feels very like maybe there's some issues happening, you know. Like that's not really like a normal grief response.
Yeah, the Yeti can't hunt, man. Like, we have hungry Yeti up on the mountain. That's not good.
Also,
Oh.
you
Red
adopted
caps.
2 children.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I should have led with that. Honestly.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion checks. Either both of you separately or one of you with advantage.
Definitely
Can I-
someone else's advantage.
Cast charm person on him.
They do know if you cast
Oh,
Charm Person
okay,
on
yeah.
them, by the way.
Yeah, he is a wizard. He's gonna really-
You still could.
I mean,
He's still
you know,
good.
Yeah, feel
Every
free to
user
roll
tip.
persuasion checks. I think I also said both. I meant all three. Either one of you with advantage or
Okay.
or
I
separately.
think
Yeah,
I will
somebody-
save my roll for a slightly different tack.
Alright. Will then feel free to roll with advantage, I guess.
Yeah.
okay.
You're sorcerer, right? You have a big charisma bonus.
Big charismatic.
Yeah, that's definitely my top stat.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And you
Uh,
have
we're not so
advantage, so it
charisma.
should be a really good roll.
It's a 17. It's not.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17's good. And as you point out that there are starving Yetis, and also you kidnapped some kids,
Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
he is like very stone-faced and sort of just waiting for you to make a point. And then you say that you kidnapped some kids, and you see him crack momentarily. That was necessary. I'm not going to hurt them. They are completely fine and taken care of. I only needed them as a sort of component, but they are unharmed.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dangerous game.
their mother is pretty harmed by the whole situation.
I did nothing to her.
You
You
did
kidnapped your
kidnap her
kids?
children.
They're fine.
Would beg to differ there.
She
It's
her
not the
children
standard
will
of how
be
this
returned.
works. Like, you at least have to ask permission, you know, before you take them away from their parents. Like, that's, yeah.
They came willingly.
It's not. There's also the red caps. Do you know this whole mountain is lousy with them, and they're murdering people. We found 4 bodies in the forest.
Yes, that is an unfortunate, unintended consequence. I would prefer if they were not
Yeah.
pleasant.
Yeah, well, they are though. You're
Perhaps-
causing tremendous damage to everyone in this area.
What would you have me do?
It all.
Stop.
And how
You've
am
been
I
led to
supposed
believe that
return
it's
my
worth
life?
it.
What did you say?
You've been led to believe that it's worth it.
It is. How could it not be?
Did a book tell you that? Give you a solution?
A hint, an idea of a solution, and I believe I'm close.
Eldritch tomes are rarely self-help manuals. They are advertisements.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with advantage.
Oh, okay.
You guys found the strange, wanting to be ignored book that feels like it deserves a reward.
Just have to check my modifier. But this is a 16. And I'll continue on. They aren't guides. They do what they want to do. Instill an anxiety that can only be solved by a pact.
I understand. I understand your points. But I believe I have a solution to the pact as well. I'm confident that I can find my way out of this.
Which is?
Yeah, what is your plan there?
Once I have successfully returned my wife to our realm, body and soul, I have found a ritual that will allow me to disconnect myself from the powers that I am currently making use of. I simply need to finish bringing on the preserving cold, and once it is completed, I will return the storms and return the valley to its natural state. I only need time.
How long is it going to take you to do that?
Well, I don't exactly know. I suspect not very long. I understand how that sounds, but I feel close. And how could it
You
not be
feel.
worth?
Was your wife a nice person? Was she kind? Did she care about the
Extremely.
village?
Yes, of course.
And what do you think she would say if she saw you devastating the region with winter, kidnapping children, and letting monsters murder wanderers, and forcing everyone to hide in the tavern and the mages guild, hoping that their food doesn't run out before the winter does?
Roll me another persuasion check.
I think we're doing pretty well. I think we're passing these. Even.
Yeah.
For
15.
Okay, 15's pretty good. As you say that, he sort of like puts his head in his hands and he removes his little half-moon spectacles. If I would not have to guess what she says, if I can just bring her back. And I know there is harm being caused, but it's worth it. We're close.
You're burdening her with that guilt. She comes back, she's going to find out what you've done to bring her back. All that suffering, all that death. Do you think she's going to forgive you?
Want to be your wife at that point?
Roll me one more persuasion check.
What a
Can I cash in one of my advantages?
Absolutely, you can.
He's-
If you got him, use him if you got him.
Well, that
I don't know how
doesn't
many you
anything.
have. I'm
That
assuming you
is-
I will. I have
40.
one left. I will. Yeah. Well, you already. Yeah, you can already get.
Those what?
14?
14, okay. As you make this last argument that maybe his wife isn't even going to want to be with him after all this, right? After shoving this harm off onto her and saying it's worth it, right? Basically. You see that he sort of cracks and he puts his head in his hands and he's quiet for a while. And he turns his back to you and is just sort of staring into this rotating mass of brass spheres. And after 40 seconds of silence, he says, Fine. I will find another way. And he leaves towards a staircase in the corner that leads up to presumably the roof.
All right, I gotta see this. I'm going up. I'm following.
I'm going to... Hold on.
Sure, he means well.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Afford him the
I will
dignity.
Yeah, if he leaves this weather machine on or whatever, and he's like, oh, I'll just leave it in winter to keep her nice and cold. I'm like, well, that's yeah.
All right, you follow him
Better
upstairs.
take her with you if you. Yeah.
Sure.
And he doesn't close the door behind him. He emerges onto this rooftop, and you see, almost the size of the rooftop, a carved sigil that is ringed with candles at each of the points and has various objects in it, and a book in the center with some strange arcane accoutrement that you don't quite recognize. And he goes to the middle and he snaps the book shut and individually puts out each of the candles and picks up all of his random magical bits and keeps the book in his hand, throws everything off the roof of the tower, and turns to you and says, "If you would please leave, I have thinking to do. You may take the children with you. Please ensure they return safely."
Oh yeah. Oh, we look that. Yeah. Obviously. Is the winter gonna stop now?
Yes, immediately.
Okay. All right.
I'm
sorry
is
for your
that
loss.
the truth?
No matter what.
You can roll me an
Does
insight
he
check.
seem to be telling the truth?
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Hard to read.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's no reason to believe he's lying.
If he's lying, we'll just come back up and we won't talk this time.
Yeah, fair. Turn around in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
warm hearth and a warm feast waiting for you.
Yeah, besides we don't want the kids here if we gotta like stab this guy. I don't want the kids here. That's good. That's a bad.
Fair.
Yeah, that's a bad scene. Let's take him down and then we can see how the weather and sleep. Yeah. We'll give him a night. Give him a day. Yeah. I guess.
Actually,
I don't know.
I'm just going to predict the weather magically.
Oh.
I forgot you could do that.
uses of Druidcraft for weather in a single
Yeah.
session. How could it be?
Talk about a bookend.
Kind of get that. Yeah. Get the completionist run. Get all the chivas.
All right, so you cast your druidcraft. The little snow globe pops up, and it's all white and windy. And as you're looking at it, you see the white start to fade, and a gentle golden glow replaces it.
All right. Well, we on our way then. Take the kids back to their folks, and yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way back down to the basement to retrieve the kids and make a trek down the mountain. And as you leave the rooftop and head back down, you see down the spiral staircase, you can see Nick walking ahead of you. And as he gets to the ground floor and steps off, you're about a flight above him. You feel this intense cold wind. And you look further down the staircase and there is snow inside that's just blowing around the room vigorously. And I believe, Yarrow, you speak Elvish?
Mm-hmm.
You hear, similar to how we described the giant and Yeti earlier, you hear what sounds familiar to you, but it's difficult to actually pick out the individual words and get the meaning, but you recognize some things, and it's this cold, reedy, creaky voice that seems to be disciplining, presumably Nick. And if you guys continue down the stairs, or are you waiting for this to resolve?
Take my social cues, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably better to know.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. You hear this voice, this creaky, reedy voice. The wind blows. You catch a word here and there.
Will, however, cast comprehend languages.
Sure.
Well, that's a good minor troll.
You, after listening to this
No,
for a
you can
while...
do it as a normal spell.
Yeah, after listening to this for a while, you're like, oh, wait, I can do something about this. You cast comprehend languages, and you catch just the tail end of... And you're not getting away with things quite so easily. We're not done with you. Then a gust of wind. And it's quiet.
Did they take Nicholas, or is he?
Yeah, if you look down the stairs, there is no one there but a gentle pile of melting snow.
And the wife is gone too, I guess.
If you go back up and check,
Yeah.
she is still there, slowly defrosting.
Solve the village's problems for now, but perhaps
Again, being sad about your wife is not like a license to do all this. This is
I think
there's a social contract.
he's taking his lumps currently. We don't need to rub it in. I'll continue on.
At least just become a necromancer and make her a sexy vampire. I don't know, something. Just there's more conventional ways to do this. Like,
I love that being the gripe.
Yeah.
You could have just done something more
You
normal.
could have been better at magic.
yeah,
guess-
just she could have just hunted criminals or something. That would have been cool. She could have been like an assassin for the Thieves Guild. Ah man, that would have been sick. Anyways,
Writing a second one shot as we
I think
speak.
in Smasher Cast fashion, we do a two-parter epilogue, right? A little end bit. You guys take Gunther and Hazel back down to the village. Their mom is distraught. The kids are like, I don't see why you're crying. We were hanging out with the cool toy maker guy. But by the time you get to the bottom of the mountain, the snow has already left. It's already returning to the season that it should be. And the people are outside prepping to do part 2 of their holiday festival that they were supposed to be doing this weekend, that they ended up instead moving indoors. All of the monks and mages look super hungover. But everybody else is excited and lively, and the mayor runs up and shakes everyone's hands and does not ask any questions, and does in fact hand you some gold. They did passing around of the hat in the village, and everyone's in a holiday mood, so they were giving and spreading cheer. And he's like, don't have any cheese that's special, but well, this is my cheese. It's special to me. And he hands you a half chopped into wheel of cheese. You're now encumbered.
kind of cheese.
Classic.
I play Skyrim. I can eat 30 of these cheese wheels in a second. They don't weigh anything.
You
Yeah.
suddenly feel fine.
Yeah.
But that's it for story epilogue. What do you guys think as a party is your epilogue portion of this?
I'm taking as many toys as I can carry that those kids made, and I want to go to the capital city and try to sell them to rich people, and tell them about how I took them from an enchanted castle where the ghosts of dead children worked on them endlessly. So they must be magical. They'll grant your luck to your children and help them pass their royal exams. Yeah. I'm not very good at this, but I try. Wait, no, we have a sorcerer with us who's very charismatic, so he can be the salesman. I'll be the muscle.
Well, now you can detect thoughts too and read what's working and what's not working.
Oh yeah, we got the perfect scam. Yeah.
Perfect scammers.
Yeah. So yeah, we did one good thing. We're allowed to do one kind of shifty thing. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah.
Right on, right on. Yarrow, Joan.
Oh, and I'm gonna try and tell the village they should celebrate our heroism every year with another festival.
It goes from a 1 day long ceremony to a week long fest.
Yeah, they gotta get drunk, eat a lot of fried potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. This was fun. I had a very good time being a silly little kobold. Yeah.
Thank you. Yarrow, Joan, epilogues, or are you guys just following in the capital city?
No, I mean, I've been inspired, I think, by what's happened. I think I'll paint a portrait of a woman, pale, reclining on in the way that we saw them. I'm not sure what to title it, not knowing her name, so perhaps Joan, Singer Sergeant, will title it A Portrait of Madame X.
Nice.
Thank you.
I think Yarrow would probably go back up to the tower and like try and study some of the books, but also like get a message back to the monastery and be like, "Hey, I found some books and stuff that are like good. Like, is this enough to like let me come back now after the incident?"
The incident.
Yarrow's gonna become a warlock before he gets a redemption arc. All right. Well, thank you. As promised, you guys have been great. I really appreciate all of your time. We did commit to go over. I was hoping for 10:15. We did 10:30, but we did tie a bow on it. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, that dude, Nick Klaus, big and scary. Could have fought him, didn't have to. There was a lot of choice, and you guys did a lot of.
Investigations paid off.
Yeah.
Good.
But
We made a friend.
yeah. Oh yeah, you guys have a Yeti friend now, which I don't think anyone in the village is gonna believe. But yeah. Well, last shout outs. We'll go Will, Nia, Ross. Who are you? Thank you, and little shouts out if you've got anything you want people to know about.
Oh, I was the first one on that list. Yeah, I'm Will. Shout out to just cool stuff in general. It's cool.
I'm Mia, and I'll just say thanks, Carlos and Liam, for running all this. This was a fun time.
Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio and RPPR Actual Play and Ludo Narrative Dissonance and Night Clerk Radio. I'm a full-time podcaster and game designer and writer. My books are, I have some books, Base Raiders, and recently Night Clerk Zine on drive2rpg.com. And anyways, look up RPPR Actual Play or patreon.com/RPPR. I do monthly podcasts. You can play games that I run of Delta Green or Red Markets or any number of things. Anyways, RPGs, they're neat, and I like playing them and talking about them. So, but yeah. Anyways, I can go on.
Thank you.
Very, very professional, very practiced.
Very
Hey.
good. Ours, we gotta polish ours.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again to all of you guys for playing. This was great. This was lots of fun. And we did manage to raise over $300 for the fundraiser that we were, which is a huge success. IMO.
Yeah, thanks to those people who donated. Those, especially the magic, the advantage rolls are great. The magic items, they ruled. I love those.
Everything saved our very cold bacon.
Yeah.
I think.
No
really
kidding. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
The Smashercast universe is you can carry your saves over like Pokemon games, so you guys are allowed to be like, I have this earworm the next time we do a one shot, and legally we have to allow some carryover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you to everybody who watched,
Thank you.
everybody who played. Again, Carlos or Schwai as they call me from Smashercast. Really appreciate it. This stuff is super fun. Playing D&D is fun, and doing it for good reasons is infinitely more fun, especially with good people.
I'm Liam, the other half of Smashercast. I don't have much more to say. I think the GoFundMe link will stay up for at least a little while. I don't actually know the expiration offhand, but that'll keep being around. Feel free to keep donating. Feel free to keep following the cause. Hopefully things work out good for them. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Last little bits. We'll carry it back over to here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Smashercast, thank you so much. We do have to give shout-outs to Monument Studios. If you liked any of the music that we played, that's royalty-free from their Kickstarter that they now have, Fantasy Plus RPG. It's basically, Pocket Bard, but on Spotify as a web page. It's very cool. It's subscription. You can do a subscription. I think there's a free version, but the music that they have is awesome and amazing and great for fantasy stuff. And then also huge shout out to the Nemono people, because their speakers are great and cool, and we're going to start taking them camping. Aside from charity streams and things like that, me and Liam would like to do a camping series where we take TTRPGs and RPG zines and stuff and talk about, if I was going to add 5 extra ounces to my pack to play an RPG at night, which RPGs would they be? Because if you guys don't know, the only thing we love equally as much as playing D&D is going outside and being nerds outside. So that's coming, and very exciting and very fun. But first charity stream, huge success to everybody involved. Thank you very much. We don't have a thing.
No, we don't.
We don't have a thing.
That's it.
That's our thing.